Is this a scam or creditor harassment? Hi, I'm Ryan Singleton. I'm an associate attorney with Holland Law Group. I specialize in debt defense and creditor harassment. Collection calls can be one of the most stressful things a person has to deal with when they fall behind on their bills. Federal and state laws were enacted to protect people from abusive or harassing treatment from their creditors. But the problem people are increasingly facing are fraudulent calls from people who are pretending to be creditors or law enforcement, but who are in fact scammers conducting criminal activity. According to a study by First Horizon, scam calls made up approximately 2.7% of all calls in the U.S. by 2017. By 2019, that number grew to 40%. Not only has the volume increased, but the level of deception has risen as well. Scammers have been using neighborhood spoofing to make it appear as though incoming calls are coming from a local number. In 2017, almost none of the scam calls in the U.S. were using neighborhood spoofing, but by 2019, over 80% of all scam calls were using it. Despite this deception, there are several ways to decipher whether the calls you are receiving are from a scammer or a legitimate creditor. Scammers are reluctant to give you any specifics pertaining to who they are, their business's name, and the account they are calling about. If you ask for this information, they refuse to provide it or say it's so fast that it's impossible to understand. They're most likely a scammer. Scammers often give the impression that they are affiliated with law enforcement or a federal agency and will threaten you with arrest, subpoenas, or fines. They will demand you must make a payment immediately or provide sensitive information like your social security number, or a bad consequence will happen. Real law enforcement agencies do not call and threaten people. Legitimate creditors or collection agencies are prohibited from such activity as well. While it is possible a legitimate creditor might perform some of the abusive methods described above, those cases tend to be rare. The common tactic employed by legitimate creditors is to call repeatedly, which can be a form of harassment itself, but you must first inform the creditor that you cannot pay and to stop calling you. The most effective method to communicate this to a creditor is by sending a certified letter and retaining a copy for your records. If the calls continue, you should contact an attorney to pursue a possible FDCPA violation, which could result in the creditor either waiving all or a portion of the debt owed or paying you damages. If you believe you have experienced any form of harassment from your creditors or are considering filing for bankruptcy, do not hesitate to contact the Holland Law Group to hire an experienced Florida attorney. We have attorneys throughout the state that can assist you, whether you're in Miami-Dade, Hillsborough, Duval, Orlando, Sarasota, or any other area in Florida. Call 941-744-5450 for your consultation today.